Oh, look at that, she's going Speed Force. Now she got possessed. That lady had all sorts of problems. She was merging into the floor, she was going Ultra Speed Force, and now she got possessed by a literal demon, so that lady had all sorts of issues. Welcome back to Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered, everyone. Well, it's time to pick up where we left off. I believe Raziel has to find 2 other rebirths to be able to exit this place so he can head for the pillars and talk to Ariel there. Well, before we get started, let's take a picture of that. Let's see, camera mode, no, photo mode. Okay, yeah, that's a perfect backdrop for a picture. Let's take one real quick. There we go. Alright. Oh, you can make it transparent too. Nah, I don't really like the bow. Let's do a little vignette. Softness looks fine. Perfect. Alright, now that we took that snapshot, now we can head over to the Reaver temples. I'm letting you know right now there is an ambush waiting there. You can see the tents, you can see the little crates, so one of those big guys is gonna pop up soon. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use the light once we can blind them and just get a bunch of hits in on them, because otherwise they're a pain to deal with. Damn, he looks so good in his Soul Reaver 2 skin. I almost prefer this one to the other one. The other one's a lot more blue like the Ancients, but at the same time it's a bit more raggedy looking. This one looks more smooth. You know, it makes sense considering he's basically spawning from a corpse this time, but I still think this one is the ideal Raziel skin. It looks so magnificent. Look at that. Looks awesome. We got another collectible there. I think that's for the... Oh, that's for our life force. For our little health spiral there. Yep, there you go. Oh, are they just infinite? As long as she's alive, let's see. Yeah, I guess we gotta kill the regular goons to break the force field. Oh, here he comes. There's a big guy. Just blind him. Here you go. Enjoy that, fool. Ah, that didn't work. Damn, the light's not as strong as the fire one. Yeah, these guys are ridiculous. They're a pain to fight. That streamer I told you about who I watch constantly had a really difficult time with these guys. And so did the other streamer I watched. She also had a tough time with them too. They get easier later on, once you get some of the more powerful Reavers, but earlier on they're a bit tanky. Look at how it looks. I think we might need to use the Dark Reaver to make ourselves invisible. Yeah, Yeah, this guy just consumed this guy's soul. Should make a hearty meal. So one interesting thing about this one is you can change the lighting. You can see here, there's the old lighting. Here's the new lighting. So it literally changed the time of day. So I wonder if I know you can use you can combine them. Let's just take a little look at them. Let's see, graphics mode remastered, classic. Oh yeah, you can change it. Let's do the classic lighting with the. Let's see, we have classic. So that's the remaster. Okay, so that's the remaster. Yeah, so you can pretty much mess around with it and keep the new lighting with the old graphics, or you can keep the new graphics with the old lighting. So that's an interesting option there that they give you, the fact that you can kind of combine the lighting with the graphics that you want. Doesn't really make that much of a difference, but I think it does highlight the difference in the time of day. This one seems like it's more either like the morning, like sunrise almost, whereas the other one looks like it's a very closer to like sunset, or maybe it's a different season. But I like that. It's cool that they give you the options to change it around. Oh, she got possessed. Damn, she would come over here. Let them fight it out. Let them kill each other. See what the humans can do against the remnants. Oh, they killed her. I guess they're not half bad. Look at that photo. This game looks gorgeous in the new graphics. Alright, let's just deal with these fools.
These smoldering sconces seemed as though they would ignite. If only I had a fire source.
Damn, they're just standing still. Let him do his monologue. Let him carry out his little monologue before we engage him. That's why I always joke that if Raziel and Alan Wake met, they would just be standing there staring at each other. Raziel would be monologuing inside his head, and then Alan Wake would be writing his author descriptions in his head. So they would just be standing there silently staring at each other. No one is talking. They're both just monologuing inside their heads. Okay, so we can't really do anything with that just now. Obviously, we need to head over to the other entrance. Now I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to just glide over to it, but you can kind of cheese it, as you see, by just kind of like grappling across the ledge. You don't really have to jump all the way from over here to come back down. You can actually kind of just cheese it and climb the ledge. See, you're supposed to climb that wall right there, the climbable wall. I noticed they made them much more easy to spot in Defiance than they were in Soul Reaver 1, but yeah, you're supposed to jump off that wall, land here obviously, and then run back. But because the game's kind of janky, you can just cheese it, which makes sense since Raziel has claws. He should be able to scale that. I don't forget these fools. I don't have time for you guys. Because you can stay there. That whoosh of the Soul Reaver is the Soul Reaver opening the door is so loud. It's like a clap of thunder. Alright, here we're getting one of the more interesting ones, the Fire Reaver. First we gotta solve this little puzzle here. So the key thing you want to do here is you want to push that thing to the center. Okay, so that activates the flame. So you want to push it over here. You want to get it to the center. And then push it in the direction of the opposite wall so that it can be lit with the fire. Yeah, so each one unlocks a certain section, so you just push it over here. We can no longer move it with our TK, which is kind of bullshit. We gotta pull it. How are you all doing today? Tomodachi Life came out today, or yesterday rather. Unfortunately, Best Buy did not deliver it. And so obviously it's a few inches short, so we gotta open it up even more. Although that's kind of silly, the flame should reach that far, but it doesn't. It's a few inches short. So now you can just spin it to anyone, doesn't have to be that one. There we go. We push that one over here. There we go, the brazier's lit. I'm gonna have to play the original Defiance to see what music is actually in here in the regular version, because I completely forgotten the music in these sections. There you go, the path is open. Plus we do have to get the trophies for that one too, because we already got the trophies for Blood Omen. I guess I should finish the trophies for Blood Omen first. Blood Omen 2, and then we go into the original version of this one and see what trophies we can get. Was that one of the revenants dying outside the room? Sounded like they were screaming. Yeah, I do not remember the music originally in these sections, so I'm gonna have to play that eventually. It is still a good game, it's just the camera angles make certain things difficult in that game because they went with cinematic camera angles, which are not always the best. Oh, here we go. Get him into some lore. Look at that. Oh, why did it take away his little designs right there on the robe? That's kind of strange.
I sought to unravel the mystery of my fate, and in this image lay my first clue. For this scene depicted the forging of the Reaver, the weapon destined to become my prison, and I recognized its maker. The years had changed him, but this was unmistakably the vampire Vorador, and in this era, he still lived. If I could reach him before Mobius's mob hunted him down, he would provide the answers I sought. These images chronicled Vorador's creation. As I already knew, he had not been born a vampire, but had been turned by the infamous Janos Audron. But this mural suggested that Vorador's origins were even more significant. Apparently, he was the first human to whom the dark gift had been passed. This was the vampires' desperate bid to preserve their bloodline, for their enemies had cursed them not only with bloodthirst, but with sterility as well.
So this was the first time they made that clear, because I don't think people understood in the original presentation in Soul Reaver 2 that they were also made sterile. That's why they couldn't reproduce, and that's why they were no longer born. So I think they made it extra clear here so that people would realize it wasn't just a bloodthirst. Like, if it had just been the bloodthirst, they probably would have survived. It was the bloodthirst of... It was the The curse of the bloodthirst and the immortality, that was the double whammy. That lady looks like she's smirking here, but she looks like she's grinning in the original. And so does this guy. Yeah, they look like they're grinning. That unsettling vampire grin. Here they look differently. But does this guy not look like human Raziel, the guy on the right? Look at that. I totally never noticed that before. I wonder if that was always meant to be him or not. This guy looks different. Yeah, I wonder if this was always meant to be human Raziel with that hair, because he's distinctively the only character in the series that has hair like that. So I wonder if that was always meant to be him. I always found it gnarly how it seems like Vorador's beard transformed into part of his composition, basically his body itself. Like the beard became part of his chin in his vampire version. That's kind of unsettling. Or did it take on that shape because that was how he viewed himself in his mind? Like does the way you view yourself in your mind affect somewhat the way your vampire evolution plays out? Because like I said, he has those 3 facial hair things there, not a goatee, but they seem to be like 3 long beard strands, and then they become part of his chin in his vampire evolution. So I wonder how that works. Okay, so let's continue on. The one thing I don't like about this vampire setting, as opposed to the original temples in Soul Reaver 2, is the fact that they're all nondescript. Like, yeah, they have nice detail to them in terms of the structure and the architecture, but every room looks almost exactly the same as the other one, except for like lighter coloring and lighting differences in certain ones, but they all look the same, so it's not as visually distinguishing as the temples were in Soul Reaver 2. Those temples were beautiful and they were also visually stunning. So this one, not so much here. This is much more, I guess, much more of a militarized fortress, although with some religious overtones, so it's not quite as artistic as the other ones. There's still a lot of detail put into it, but I preferred the temples. I really thought they were stunning architecture. And it's a shame we never got to see more of them. We didn't see the water temple, the earth temple, the spirit temple. We didn't see any of those forges. It's kind of a shame. We get him here, but they're just in a compact form with the fountains that he touches. There's the sky, looking orange for some reason.
This spirit vessel was not yet activated. Perhaps there was some means for me to awaken it.
There you go, so there's your first clue that the boss fight is coming up. Let's get rid of these tentacles. Leave us alone, Elder God. Yeah, leave us alone, Elder God. We're investigating. Too bad those don't have souls. Okay, so we have braziers over here. Looking to see if there's some bit of soul juice we can sap somewhere. What's up here? Maybe there's a arcane tone. Yep, here we go. We probably got another skin, but no soul energy, so we're gonna have to shift into Spectral and eat someone before we go confront the bosses, because otherwise those bosses don't play around. They can easily smack away your health in just a few attacks, so we're gonna have to find someone to consume before we go face them. Otherwise that could be a very short fight. Okay, so that's just climbing over it. Here we go. I'm guessing those are ancient human worshipper souls. You know, the humans that worship the vampires there. Because nobody's been in this place in, what, like a millennia? Or like 2,000 years, so this place should be empty. There should not actually be anyone left inside this place. So I'm guessing those are the spirits of humans who worship the vampires. The ones Kain will see later on. Because Kain kills them, but he doesn't sap their souls. He doesn't consume that. He only consumes blood. So I'm guessing those are the souls left over. Alright, it's time to go confront that ghost. I don't remember if you can choose in which order you fight them.
Approaching the tomb, I was met by the specter of the Guardian himself.
Eternity weighs heavily.
I have a solution.
I bear it in atonement. But your moment of existence has passed. Come and be released.
Yeah, I don't remember if the monologue is exactly the same or not. So you can also summon creatures from another dimension, pretty much. I forget which Guardian this is. This one's not too bad. You mainly just have to dodge that energy blast and keep slashing at him when you get the chance. He does throw you back. Yeah, just keep striking at him with that 3-hit combo. He'll go down eventually. You have to wait for the force field to dissipate before you can attack him. It is annoying that he keeps summoning the wraiths. There we go. Yeah, so they're kind of protected as long as you're fighting the goons. As long as you're fighting the wraiths, they have that force field around them. It's like their version of a combat barrier. He's almost down. There we go. Got him. He's finally at rest after, what, like 2,000 years or more? And we lost almost all our energy.
Apparently, a single soul was not enough to activate this spirit vessel. Perhaps another specter was lurking around here somewhere.
Perhaps. But we need some soul energy before we go confront that guy. Because there's no way we're gonna last that long. So let's head upstairs, see if we can find some more souls upstairs. I believe it was this one. Yeah, so Tomodachi Life came out yesterday. I was supposed to get it, but it got delayed. Best Buy didn't deliver it, so instead I got deliver it later today. I'm still not planning to play Ascendance just yet. I was gonna play it, but since we're As so many other games, I think I'm gonna hold off on it for now. We'll play it later. I'm not in any hurry. But yeah, we got this to finish up. We got like I said, Tomodachi Life. We got the Octopus game, which I really want to try. I haven't even finished Requiem yet. I also got to get back to Metal Gear, so there's a lot of stuff we have to get back to before we can even think about playing Ascendance. It's not that important, but we'll play it eventually. The reviews are mixed. It started off positively, then now I'm seeing a whole bunch of negative reviews and people hating on it, so I'm not really sure which side is actually the truthful one. I think we did that one already. Damn, there's no souls anywhere. Is there anything up here? Nothing. Well, I hope there's some inside the chamber, because otherwise they're screwed. Oh boy, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? There's no souls anywhere. And I don't believe we can go back, can we? About to find out. Yeah, can we go back and get more energy? If we go back into the cave where the fire was? Because we are low on health. Okay, so this is the path outside. We gotta head over to the original portal. Oh yeah, you can. Let's go get our health. We'll refuel and come back. It's waited 2,000 years for us. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, the forge has waited 2,000 years for us to finish it. It's not going anywhere. We can go out, get this health, and come back. Because there's nothing in there. Zero. Remember what I say, how there shouldn't be anything there, so I guess the game heard me. It makes sense. There we go. God damn, he fell down. There we go, we're full. We can leave that revenant over there with his little wings and his head crest. Now we just go back. Perfect. At least they let you go back. They don't just tell you, oh, you have to fight him in there with no health whatsoever. At least actually let you go back and get back some more souls from the people outside or from those basins. Like that one that was just outside the door, so at least they give you that opportunity. Now we can head over here and take down that guy. I think he mentions which guardian it is every time he fights them. It'll be funny if there's souls in here now after we did all that. Nope, it's still empty. So yeah, we had to go over there to replenish our health. There was nothing in here. Let's take down the second guardian.
I was met by the specter of the Nature Guardian, monstrously deformed since its death centuries ago.
Rejoice, creature, for today your spirit will return to the One.
Why did they add the glowing red eyes? It looks creepy, but I don't think it was quite necessary. She looks already mummified enough. God damn. Oh yeah, this lady with her tentacles and her energy spears. Yeah, just avoid the tentacles. There's no need to even engage them unless they're absolutely necessary. Just go around them. Just make use of his wings to just fly around the orbs, because they're kind of annoying. And you got these guys popping up too. It's funny how the Elder hates vampires, but he's got these guys assisting them. Or else they can just summon them on their own. Although they're from another dimension, so they do work for the Elders. It's funny that they will be assisting the vampire deceased guardians. I guess anything to stop Raziel from forging the Reaver further. You know, the Elder doesn't want him getting too powerful. Yeah, the strategy here is just hit and run. Hit and run until you wear her down. Or wear him down, whatever. I think it's a woman, right? She wasn't so tough despite the array of bullshit she threw at us. There you go, she's done. And now we got the fire Fire Reaver, once we forge that.
The spirit vessel would not respond in the spectral realm. I had to return to the physical world to use it.
I know that, Raziel. I'm trying to pass. We know that already. Just trying to pass over here so we can access the portal. You don't have to tell us everything. Alright, here we go. Let's drain that Spirit Forge. Or Fire Forge, whatever. There's the sound effect from Soul Reaver 2 whenever the Reaver was forged.
As the Reaver absorbed the souls of the Nature and Conflict Guardians, it was imbued with the elemental power of fire with which their principles were aligned. I was now equipped to reach the pillars.
I was gonna say, I do like how they reused some of the sound effects that were in the other games. They just reused them for this one to kind of tie in the continuity. The fire Reaver is one of the best because the sword sets anyone on fire, so it's really useful against those big guys. It's a way to nibble away at their health while you're fighting the other enemies. You don't have to keep attacking him over and over. Like the flame will do a lot of the work for you, especially if you use the special attack. I've noticed some people don't use it, and then they're struggling against the big guys. But that's the whole point. You have to use the flame to kill them much more easily. They don't expect you to kill them just with a regular attack. You're supposed to use the Reaver spells. Just like for Kain, you're supposed to use lightning, slow time, dimension, stuff like that. They're not there just for fun. They're there for you to use them. So if you don't use them, it's going to become a lot more difficult. Oh, we gotta activate it first. There we go. Just like that one. I like how the sword instantly incinerates anything it touches. That shit is instant. Here we go, we're done. We're out of here. Alright, let's go back. Let's check to see what skin we received, if any. Raziel skins, let's see. So Reaper X, we have that one equipped. Reaper of Souls, Seraph Innocent, Raziel, Angel of Death. Also, we don't have any new ones yet. So I'm guessing the Arcane Tome was just it was just lore. It was just concept art. Fair enough. I do wish the Reaper had this ability in Soul Reaper to set things on fire. That would have made that game much more fun to play. Like, the story's still excellent, but the gameplay is limited. So those were the Nature and the Conflict Guardians, right? Okay, so everything's lit. So where are we headed? We have to reach over there. Okay, that's lit. I guess we could just exit out over here. Yeah, this takes us back. So bye bye for now, Vorder. We'll see you later. And I think this is basically the end of Raziel's chapter is complete. So now we can return to Kain. Looking forward to getting some other Raziel skins. I want to see what else they have. Oh, they're still out there. Also, this is a lot easier to switch between the two, between all the different 3 or 4 Reapers using the button instead of having to forge it over and over again, like you did in Soul Reaper 2. Let's get some health since we are almost dead, so let's go kill those guys. No Revenant left behind. Slow your roll. Damn, the souls faded too quickly to get him. Oh, I guess this respawns. Nice. I thought it was one-time use, but I guess it respawns there. Okay, so you gotta like these two. Now we just turn the beak over to stare at this one. There we go. I think we're done. Oh no, we still got one more trap left. Got these buffoons right here. You want some? Come here. Let's get rid of this guy first. Here we go, I'm gonna set this guy on fire. You ready? There you go. Burn, motherfucker. can also use the TK on him. There you go. Give me your soul. Let's feed the Reaver too. Yeah, so if you're finding yourself out with trouble there, just use the Reaver. I mean the TK in conjunction with the Reaver. Hit him with the telekinesis and then use the Reaver to build up the meter so you can unleash that flame attack. Now this is a stunning view. Look at this. Look at this right here. Hell yeah. So that's the Sarafan Fortress all the way over there. Walking, sneaking, running, arms crossed, hip pose. I gotta look at the hip pose. Drawing, attack pose 2, air attack 3. There's a lot of them. Shifting, just floating in midair. This one looks like he's screaming out into the heavens doing the platoon. You remember that, the Charlie Sheen platoon? Gliding. Oh hell yeah, look at that. This one makes no sense. Let's just take one just because. Just because. Again, it makes no sense whatsoever, but it looks cool. Okay, so now we're gonna take a real picture. Look at the difference. As we all know, that is occupied by Mobius' soldiers at this time, right there. So right now, that's full of his mercenaries. We've hunted down pretty much every vampire except Raziel. Okay, so Ariel's right there. So we're gonna switch back to our canon skin, even though it's not my preferred one. We're gonna switch back just for this one cutscene, making it look extra spicy for Ariel. Look at that. Yeah, this one looks a bit rough, but it makes sense considering he's emerging from a corpse. Look at that. Can we get the pillars? Let's see. We can. Let's grab one. Let's grab one with the pillars. Cause I also want to see that other pose. The hip one. Let's see. What was the hip pose? Oh, that one. I don't like that one. Oh, here it is. That's the hip pose. We're gonna do arms crossed. Arms crossed. That looks good to me. Weather effects, what's that? These are some gorgeous ass pictures you can take using photo mode. I like that they added it in there. They should have done a photo mode for Soul Reaver 2. I don't think there was one in the remasters, right? I think it was just it's just this one. I might have to go back and double check on the Switch version. Alright, here we go. Let's go talk to Ariel, see how she's doing after all these years.
Once again, I beheld the pillars of Nosgoth, crumbling in decay now, following the corruption of the Circle. Here I would find Ariel, the specter of the murdered Balance Guardian, and the last pure, undefiled member of the Guardian Circle. Bound here upon her death, she was doomed to haunt these pillars until her successor fulfilled his terrible duty.
There she goes.
And balance was restored.
There goes Ariel.
What manner of creature approaches?
She looks more like a mummy now.
Ariel, though you do not yet know me.
I have no time for riddles, strange one.
All you have is time. I have come to seek your guidance.
I counsel only one man, and you are not he. But you will know him soon. The contagion of your kind is coming to an end.
My kind? What exactly do you think I am?
Your name shall remain unspoken, as decreed by our ancestors. You serve the one who so brutally took my life and set this tragedy in motion. But even now, hope is at work. Balance will be restored, and your kind will be expelled forever.
You have pinned your hopes on Kain. He will disappoint you.
What can you know of Kain?
More than you could ever fathom.
He will do what he must when the time comes.
By choosing his own death. A sacrifice for the world. You don't know Kain very well.
I know what he is called to do. My faith sustains me.
Is it faith or fear? You know that if Kain refuses the sacrifice, you will never leave here. And you begin to suspect.
I will not hear your poison, fiend.
Grant me the answers I require, and I will leave you to your pathetic delusions.
Ask then.
I seek the vampire Vorador.
To kill him, perhaps, or to join him in death. But for Kain, he is the last of his kind. Mobius's mob has done its work.
My reasons are my own.
His refuge lies in the heart of the Black Forest. And may you molder there together until the end comes.
This was one of the first times I heard the word molder in a video game. Usually you think of spiders moldering, or insects, is it? So I was taken aback by how different she looked and how blue she seemed compared to the original version. But if you look at her side by side with her Blood Omen 1 outfit as a ghost, it actually makes a lot more sense here. It's a lot more closer and faithful to that incarnation and to the Soul Reaver 1 incarnation also that than her previous version in this game, because if you saw the previous version, it almost looks like she's wearing a wedding gown or some sort. It's completely different from unlike anything we've ever seen her in before. And she also looks a lot more undead there. Like, she looks like her hands are decaying. She looks like a zombie, even though all the attack did was it took half of her face, but her body was pretty much unaffected. So I always thought that made no sense why they made it so hideous and nasty here. It's one of those things where it's just you wonder what they were thinking originally, because it wasn't like that at all. Yeah, it was not like that one bit in the original. I mean, in the original games. Oh, look at that vampire hunter sneaking over there. Yeah, so she never once looked close to that in any of the original games. So I do wonder why they did it that way. There we go. Look at that. Raziel's impatiently waiting for us. Oh, we have her. She's just sunk into the pillar platform. That's janky. Let's cover her here. I don't want it to show up in the photo. Yeah, that's a bit too janky for my taste, so we're just gonna do it this way. I also noticed the pillars have little grid sections on them. That was never there before. Look at that. Amateur photographer. Yeah, so this incarnation, like I said, it threw me for a loop at first because of how blue she seemed. Her skin looked blue, but at the same time, it actually is a lot more faithful to the original incarnation in Blood Omen 1 and Soul Reaver 1 than that wedding gown type thing. Oh, look at that, she's going Speed Force. Now she got possessed. That lady had all sorts of problems. She was merging into the floor, she was going Ultra Speed Force, and now she got possessed by a literal demon, so that lady had all sorts of issues. So let's take her out. Ending world? I wonder what that's for. Give it that soul. I don't think we even need to fight these guys. We don't have to disturb them. Unless we really want to. And of course, Raziel can just pass through these bars. He doesn't need to activate the key to step through it like Kain does. There we go. There's the nasty stuff. You'll see at the end they also made a change to her in the ending too, which makes her a lot closer to a Blood Omen self, so that makes a lot more sense. Back off, fool. Goddamn spectral crabs. I believe these are called archons or something like that. There we go. And unfortunately they have no soul energy. Damn, we can't take that soul energy until we switch back. How do we switch back? I don't see a portal anywhere around there. I think we're not meant to be in this area actually. Oh, let's see if we can reach that. See if we can reach the pillar. Nope. Damn, he almost ate both of them, but that guy divided them first. Yeah, I don't think we can reach the platform, so I don't think we're meant to be here. There is a platform up there, but I don't see how to get to it. Maybe we already did this section, that's why. There's a health item right there. Yeah, where's the portal? Okay, so we're supposed to head this section over here, so that's where we're heading. So I want to find a way to switch back before we do so, because I want to get this collectible. Received Shattered Spirit. Applying the proper leverage, I am able to execute a double-edged quick yet soul-shattering blow that leaves my target vulnerable to further assault. Damn, there's no portals anywhere. Where do we switch? That might have been a mistake if we can't switch back. Why wouldn't we be able to switch back though? Because there is one up there. I wonder if it's just glitched or something. It almost seems like you should be able to make that jump. God damn, back off. Maybe it's this one? Maybe we have to stand over here? Let's see. If you just stop facing the enemy. Yeah, we might have broken the game a bit. Just a tad. Maybe it's up top? Yeah, I don't get how we're supposed to jump up there. Yeah, he doesn't quite reach it, so I wonder where your maybe there's a portal near the exit. Yeah, maybe we gotta go over here. And it'll ask if we went to the part for Border's mansion. Oh yeah, there's a portal right there. So let's go grab that thing before we leave. They're getting possessed fairly easily now. That shows you that the barrier between dimensions is breaking down. Get impaled on that tree, lady. Here it is. Here comes that annoying freak. There you go. Just keep the TK to keep him off balance. Don't let him get in an attack and just Rinse and repeat until he's dead. Just hit him with the telekinesis blast and then just use the reaver on him. There's no need to actually fight him up close that much. Alright, so we got the arcane tome, we got the artifact. What else is left? We can destroy their wine barrels. Oh, now we got this artifact.
This seemed to be attuned to the elemental principle of air.
Oh, we still need one more. I thought we were done. That's how you get over into that area that was closed off. We gotta fight these guys and get the artifact. That guy can leap far for such a big guy. There we go, burn, you son of a bitch. Oh, there's one left. Receive bronze disc. This seemingly inert disc of dark tarnished bronze is marked lightly with the scrolling of vampiric runes. Might it be a strange form of key for the ancient gates west of the pillars? Yep, it is. So now we gotta go put that key over there. Okay, so you do have to find them all. They're lying in wait right over there. There we go. Once you start juggling him, you know it's over for him. Once you juggle him like that in the air, you know his health is down and you can kill him. Alright, so we have one more Reaver Forge to go, the Air Forge. Then we can finally get out of here. So that's what the soul energy basins are for when you leave this section here. There we go. God damn. I think we're just supposed to jump over there. I don't think we quite have to make that. God damn, that stupid asshole. Back off, lady. I think we have to change. We have to switch levels so we can get up there, but we're gonna kill this guy first. Yeah, we don't have enough energy. You know, let's kill these guys first over here. That'll give us some energy. Yeah, we got both basins. We're only supposed to use one.
Crush him!
There we go. Finally, we got rid of that guy. There we go. It is kind of silly you have to switch only just to switch back 2 seconds later just to get up to this level. Now we can actually drown this guy in the water to make him easier to fight. We don't have to kill him. We can just drown him in the water. There we go. Oh, he's supposed to die. There we go, now he's dead. Look at that, we just had to push him 2 feet and he died. He was fine as long as he was still, but the moment we pushed him back 2 feet, it was over for him. Definitely going to take a photo of that vista with Raziel. That's the only place he's gonna. That's the only time he's ever gonna see that view. So we're definitely gonna take one with him. Okay, so this is an air puzzle. So they don't have very complex puzzles in this game, but they do have some that are reminiscent of the stuff you had to do in the other games. So we move this one here. Now we move this one here. Oh, I see. You have to move this. You have to move that one first. Now we activate this. Now we move this one. Pretty simple, huh? It's more like the block puzzles of Soul Reaver 1 than the really elaborate puzzles of Soul Reaver 2. Those were always my favorite. But some of the block puzzles in Soul Reaver 1 were pretty nice. They just weren't the equal of the puzzles in Soul Reaver 2, which were really elaborate for the time. More like Zelda type stuff. Howling Heartstone, perforated with many tiny holes, the corrugated surface of the strange clay vessel faintly resembles that of a 3-section heart. As the passing breeze flows about the heart, it emits a faint musical howl filled with cascading disharmony. That's a really mouthful of a description for that one thing. Stick it over here. Now we just let the air hit it. We manually move this one and that should be it. There we go. So it's almost like a musical instrument simulating a heart. Or 3 hearts, and that lets the air pass through it.
I was transported to yet another ancient vampire chamber. this one apparently aligned with the elemental power of air.
We're gonna stick Raziel in Tomodachi Life in his human form, or his human vampire-like form. You know, the one we see in the beginning of the Soul Reaper 1 intro. We're gonna put that version on, since you could actually stick bat wings onto them as clothing. So we're gonna simulate his wings and put him in there as the emo Raziel. Should be fun to watch. There's the ancient vampire hero.
These murals had suffered some damage. Once again I recognized the vampire's hero. But this scene revealed something new. For here they had also depicted his destined adversary, now partially obscured, who seemed to bear a flaming sword.
They did a nice job, like somebody else said online, a streamer I was watching. They did a good job of making this appear decayed by time. You know, you can see the time has passed. Clearly it's been many centuries and it's still damaged, but you can still see the remainder of the important part. The vampire's hero. So they did a good job of making it appear just damaged enough that you can see the passage of time, but you can also still see the main details that are important. Oh, we're gonna feast on these guys. Grab that soul. I wonder if this is a way to, just for them to give you extra health before you go face the bosses, since they know you might be coming here on low health. So they just give you these enemies to fight, you know, so that you're not going in there with very minimal energy. The problem is with those fireballs that they throw, it can easily take away your health, so you gotta be constantly pushing them away so that they're not bombarding you with fireballs left and right. There we go. Let's go retrieve that air reaver. More of the Elder Gods' extra dimensional tentacles. Give it a rest, Squid Man. Give it a frickin' rest. There's the first Guardian. Yeah, enough is enough, Elder God. Tell those guys to back off. Just give it a rest.
In winning all, we lost all. In winning what we thought mattered, we lost what truly mattered. But for you, there is a chance.
What chance is that?
The bliss of death.
I like the little hat they gave her.
But I do not accept.
Before it just looked like she had wrappings across her head, but this one actually looks like some type of important hat. Like the one Janos was wearing in that one mural. This is a bit difficult. Oh, she can teleport too. Not well enough though. Look at that. Look at all the damage she's taking. The other thing is about them, oh, look at that, duplicates. They kind of move too fast for you to really use the effective combo on them. The one that does a lot of damage. You kind of just have to use 3 hits at a time. This reminds you of the fight with Ada in separate ways with the Verdugo clone. The one that would become U3. How it would create duplicates of itself in her mind, basically. And somehow those hallucinations actually had the power to hurt her, even though that made no sense whatsoever, especially for a bioweapon. But yeah, you basically had to shoot many versions of them before you could figure out which was the real one and which one wasn't. Alright, we're back at full health. Okay, so that takes us back to where we were. So let's see if we can find the other one. I think it might be upstairs. So this takes us upstairs using the air reaver. We did this one already. Yeah, I wonder where it is. So we have this basin here. There's two things you can turn over there. Yeah, we already did this one. Right? That was the one we did? I wonder where we're supposed to go, because that what we did already. That was the first guardian we fought, but I don't remember where the other one is. Is there anything we can activate using the TK? Because that up there takes us to a basin, but we can't fly from anywhere else to that place because it's the distance is too great. So I wonder what we're supposed to do. I wonder, can you fly off of this platform to anywhere else, not just the one directly behind Raziel? Oh, I guess we have to light it. Oh no, that's for... Is it for the Fire Reaver? So we need the Air Reaver to get up there. That door's closed. I guess let's just go through the fence and see what happens. No, we did this one already. So like I said, I don't know where we're supposed to go. Yeah, because there's nothing upstairs. We did that section. We don't have the air blade yet, so obviously we can't activate those lifts. Maybe we have to go the opposite side? Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we activate one. This one's... It's supposed to be fire. But it doesn't activate just yet, so where's the other guardian? I think we have to get up there, but how do we do it? Like, is there a wall that we can break open? No, this just leads us back to the portal room. Where's that second guardian? Did it glitch out? Yeah, I think the game might have glitched because I'm pretty sure it wasn't this difficult to find in the original. It's supposed to be around here. There's 2 per section, so where's the other guardian? I don't get it. Where's the other ghost to activate this forge? Yeah, because it seems we have to get over there to that ledge, but we have to go over there to that ledge, but there's no way to actually reach the platform unless we just hold on to it like that. But then we don't have enough space. Let's check the local map, see where we have to go.
Material Reaver.
Okay, it's over here. You see the skull symbol. Okay, so we have the skull symbol over there. So it's pointing us in this direction. So where would it be then? Because this part is blocked off right there. No, that just leads us back up to the portal. So it's right here. It should be right there, but I don't see it. I don't see where we're supposed to go. I might have to look this up. Yeah, because it should literally be right here. But it's not spawning. You know what, I'm gonna pause this for a moment while I look that up. Then I'll report back and see what I found, because it's just it's bugging me that I don't see the other section for the other guardian. It's supposed to be right here, and there's only one, so I'm gonna have to check out to see what am I missing that I'm not seeing? Because there's no way to get up to that platform either, so yeah, what are we missing? So I'll be right back. Let me check this and actually see what we have to do. Never mind, I figured out what we have to do. It's so stupid that I missed it. You have to go over here, where we fought the last guardian. And we have to go to this section over here. I don't know why I didn't look deeper into the room, but this is where you're supposed to go. God damn it. Yeah, this is where we're supposed to go to all along the whole time. I don't even know why. How the hell did we miss this? So there's a portal to a so you can get that health artifact right there. Yeah, it's so dumb. I don't know how I even missed it. All we literally had to do was just look to the left of the tomb and it was right there. Oh boy. Can you tell I haven't played this game in like 6 years or more? I've just completely forgotten where all the stuff is. Yep, so we grabbed that health artifact, so now we go over here and we switch back. There we go. Here's an arcane tome. Did we get another skin? Let's see. No, not yet. I guess we still have a lot more to find in the game, but we haven't gotten another one yet. Yep, and you literally just climb that wall and then go down this hole over here, and you'll find the other guardian. Like I said, it's so stupid that I missed it.
You too share the curse. Submit and be released.
Never.
That energy blast attack that they do is so annoying because it throws you back. God damn. It's very difficult to dodge those energy balls too. You just gotta get your licks in while you can. Just hit him with the three hit combo. Don't try to go for more hits or else you'll just use that whole energy blast attack against you. At least he's not too tough though. Will you stop it? You stop with the damn energy balls. See, look, I hate that it throws you back like 30 feet. Then you have to go work your way all the way back to him so you can attack him again. But compared to 2 Guardians later in the game, this one's nothing. Like, at least this one isn't that annoying. Later on, you get some really annoying Guardians that make you want to pull your hair out while you're fighting them. There we go, he's done. He is finished. Finito. Now we can light that forge and actually get that energy. Yeah, it was so dumb. Like I said, I just haven't played this game in so long that I just completely forgot where some of the things are. I just don't remember where certain parts of the game are, so unfortunately in that case I kept forgetting you have to check deeper into the room to make sure there's not another open passageway. I think the water forge is also the same way. In one tomb where you fight the Guardian, there's also another passageway that you have to take to the next Guardian, so that was strictly on me. I just did not check the room further. Well, we should be good. This is the end of Raziel's chapter. I wanted to play a little bit of Kain, but I don't think we're not gonna have the time. Since Raziel's chapter is a lot longer than I anticipated. We spent a lot of time here at the Citadel than we did before, so... There we go. Drain that forge.
As the Reaver absorbed the souls of the Mind and Dimension Guardians, it was imbued with the elemental power of air with which their principles were aligned.
I don't think some of the sound effects fit as smoothly here as they do in Soul Reaver 2, since it's not nearly as epic, you know. Here he's just touching a forge with his hand. Over there he's actually sticking the blade in the hole so it can be imbued with the energy. It's a lot more epic and supernatural over there, and here it's kind of just, oh, touch this forge and drain of its energy, so it's not quite as epic as the other one was. So some of it feels out of place, just a tad. Alright, we unlocked that one part of the gate. There's 2 more. Need the air forge to go over here. Use the updraft. Oh, we did this one already. Gotta do over here, this one. I believe this also makes Raziel lighter, or at least it did in Soul Reaver 2. For the longest time I thought that when you went back to the past in the snowy era, way back before Blood Omen, I always thought that it was because of the snow that Raziel didn't get stuck in the swamp, but no, it was because of the Air Reaver, that as long as you equip that, you don't get stuck in the muck of the swamp, you can move pretty quickly. I saw one streamer overthink this, thinking, oh, you have to align the different emblems and stuff. No, you just have to move it over here for the dark, and then you activate it with TK. You don't have to actually mess with the 2 at the same time to activate one door. You know, they don't have to match, they don't have to be polar opposites. Just turn it to the proper symbol on the door, and then just use the TK to unlock the switch. And then you hit these orbs with the proper energy inside, and that's how you escape. Like, I've seen them trying to overthink it, that maybe the two have to match or they have to be polar opposites. No, you just have to match the symbol on each side. You know, and then just hit the switch. I think now we gotta use darkness to turn off the light in there. Here we go. Yep, the portal's open. We can finally leave. Finally. We need some health though. We're about to die, so let's get back up there. Hopefully they respawn the energy basins. Oh man, we had these assholes over here already. Damn. Just threw them into the water. Back off, fool. Let's just bully him to death. Look at that. Just hitting him with that TK energy. He can't do shit. Ah, we ran out of energy. Gotta replenish. If only we could stand on this platform here so that he couldn't get us. There we go. I think he's almost dead. Just hit him with more TK. Come on. The problem is we know he's gonna hit us as soon as we get close to him. There we go. Looks like he's almost dead. So are we, for that matter. Oh, just in time. God damn, that was close. That was very, very close. Just in time. Get rid of this fool.
Destroy him!
God damn, will you back off, fool? God damn it, stupid ass hammer. I hate that guy. So freaking annoying. We know we must feed soon to restore the energy. Raziel, we know that already. I guess we have to go with this fool over here. Damn. Oh, he held on. Can he even hit us from this direction? I guess not. You got him trapped. There we go. Grab that soul before you die. Damn, those guys are so annoying. Like I said, how does Mobius even have so many of them that are exactly the same? Does he just clone them over and over again? God damn, stop throwing those freaking knives, you bum. Hold that off somehow. You notice the red magic they're using? That's demon energy. I know, because later on you'll see demons using it, so that's their magic. So Mobius is having them tap into something that they really shouldn't be utilizing for his purposes. Yeah, whenever you get one of these annoying shield enemies like this, don't be afraid to bully them with the TK. Just keep slamming them over and over again with telekinesis until they die. There's no point in trying to fight them fairly, just keep bullying them. Alright, here we go. Take our final photo before we leave this place and depart for Vorador's mansion. There we go. Perfect. It's a masterpiece. Now let's try the remastered graphics with the classic lighting. Ah, we can't do it that way. We can only do classic with we can only do classic with classic lighting. Hey, look at it. It almost looks like he has his hands on his hips there. Just for comparison's sake. You can look at it. You can see the little seam of the graphics there on the left too. That's neat. Yeah, you can see the little seam in the graphics over there. Right split between those two mountains that you couldn't see it before. Alright, so now that we took our picture, I think we're done. We just gotta head over to Vorador's. That was close. One hit more and they would have killed him right there. Let's bully this guy. If only Raziel had a block button like in the other games, right? Because he did have a block button in Soul Reaver 2, but he doesn't have one here. They're relying more on just swift attacks. But a block button would have been useful. Oh, here comes Mr. Big Guy right over there. Let's set them all on fire. Look at that. think about it, that's kind of sacrilegious. How dare they be fighting on the pillars themselves? The pillars that support all of the world. And they choose here to ambush someone. There you go, burn, motherfucker. Let's grab one more soul basin for the road. Still got these bitches to deal with. And she is finished. These are guys who can set him on fire. Yeah, give him the double tap. And there's more of them. You notice how this area is dried up here while it's flooded in Kain's time period? That means it's dried up over the centuries. This is 500 years before. That guy's just waiting there for his turn. But we're not gonna give it to him. That's the same sound effect the Seraphim make when Kain drains her brother blood. You notice? The one the bounty hunter was giving just now? Yeah, give him the business, Raziel. Yeah, Mobius must have cloned these guys like 5,000 times pretty much because they all look exactly the same. Which, like I said, makes no sense whatsoever within the context of the story, but I guess he cloned them. Maybe with help from Anacroft, the alchemist. The last guardian that you don't kill, but Mortanius kills him in Blood Omen. Maybe he used good old Anacroft's magic to clone them.
With the elemental power of air, the way to Borodor's refuge lay open at last. If the old vampire still lived, he alone could tell me how to escape the terrible destiny charted for me when the Reaver was forged.
Either Anacroft or maybe Bane with his abilities to controlling nature. Maybe they got together and decided, oh, you know, these 4 guys were our most exceptional vampire hunters. Maybe we can clone them over and over again and just have an army of clones. You know, scouring the land.
Refuge was hidden deep within the Black Forest. I hope to find him before Mobius's cutthroats did.
It's kind of a shame they don't actually show you the Black Forest here so you can go further into it. By the time they show you, he's already arrived. Atonement and Deliverance. Yeah, he's already arrived at the fortress, but I kind of would have liked to see the swamp in these graphics because we only saw a little bit of it in...
And so I arrived at the citadel of my vampire ancestors, long abandoned since their extinction eons ago. Perhaps it still held the wisdom of its creators. Here, Mobius said I would find proof that Raziel was not what I thought he was, or hoped he would be. But in sending me here, Mobius had done me an unexpected, or perhaps an unwitting service. For it was my destiny, not Raziel's, my role as Scion of Balance, whose secrets I was here to discover.
Alright. Let's kill these ghosts first before we save. I don't want to deal with them next time when we pick up this game. No matter what, we have to start over and fight against these annoying fucks, so let's just kill them now. one more left over there. Two, actually. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're gonna save. Look at how much more elaborate the bat symbol is here. It's blood red, and it also has it's almost more like a skull. Actually, it almost looks like a crimson butterfly, right? Kudos if you get that reference. But yeah, we're gonna save here. I wanted to do some of Kain's, but we're not gonna have the time to do it, because I think between this video, which is I gotta add it on to the main video, since this is a small piece, since I put it on pause to go look up that walkthrough for the Vampire Citadel. So once we add it together, it's gonna be like almost 2 hours. So I think we are gonna save this for next time. Kain looks good in that skin. Like I said, I think that's the best one in the game by far. I know the sword clips a little through his you know, through his little cape right there. Let's see if it does it in the regular version too. Let's see, it was a Fatalistic Emperor. Yeah, I don't like that one that much. It's just something about his face, and he looks too slim. Not quite as bulky. Oh yeah, it's still clipping through. You can see right there. Yeah, this one looks more stylized, more, dare I say it, anime, maybe. But I prefer the other one. So I just wanted to see if it was still clipping through a sword. It is. So yeah, we're just gonna switch it. We're just gonna switch back. We're only gonna utilize this this skin at very important cutscenes, mainly near the end of the game. Until then, we're gonna switch over to this Kain, because I vastly prefer this version. There we go. This is our Kain from Soul Reaper 2. This one looks almost perfect. The other one is kind of shady. It's kind of suspect in how it looks. So we'll stick with this one, and we'll save just in case. All right, so we continue. We continued and finished Raziel's chapter. We got the remaining 2 Reapers. It was the fire one, and then the air one, and then now he's on his way to Warlord's mansion in the swamp. While here we are at the Vampire Citadel with Kain. The Vampire Emperor has finally arrived at the fortress of his ancestors. So obviously we have a lot to explore here, a lot of murals to find, other powers to get from the other pieces of the balance emblem. So when we pick this up next time, we are going to continue forward with our exploration of the Vampire Citadel as Kain and see what we find here in this dusty old fortress. But I'm enjoying this playthrough. This game is fun to go through again, and like I said, the fixed camera really helps a lot. It's not perfect. It still has moments where it becomes a bit wobbly, but it's definitely much more improved than the previous one was. The other one was more cinematic, but it's very difficult for gameplay in certain aspects. Like, I know a lot of people struggled with that one, so it's nice to see they went back and fixed it. It's like Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. Is that what it's called? Where they introduced the 3D camera to the game, and it just turned it into a completely different game. Like, it was easier in some respects, but it also let you appreciate the game more from different angles that you couldn't see before. So it was actually overwhelmingly beneficial, and it was actually the preferred way to play the game, the way they did it there. So this one has a similar effect too. Like, it's not quite as drastic as that 3D camera was, but it's definitely a lot more helpful and playable than the original camera was. Which, like I said, we will see the original camera when I actually play the original version of the game on PSN. But that's it for now. I'm going to continue with this later on, but before that we're going to play some more Requiem, and then hopefully some Tomodachi Life, living the dream. So thank you for watching. I will see you again next time on Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered on the PS4. See you later, everyone.